Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna and here we talk about all things motherhood. I recently posted a video about how I'm trying to start Montessori, and as you can see, I am implementing some of the toy organization that goes into Montessori. So today's video is going to be all about the toys we have in our house and how I use the Montessori method to organize and sort those toys. Okay, so as you can see here, we have our shelf that we put the toys on, and this is an IKEA shelf. I'm not sure what it's called, but it is all one piece. This used to be in Heidi's bedroom upstairs, but I found we didn't really use it much up there. It was actually this way, and we just used like the bottom couple shelves and then maybe had one or two things up here that she couldn't reach. It just wasn't getting used much. So I brought it down here with the help of my husband. I tried it by myself and that did not go well. And now you can see we have our toys displayed. The reason you want your toys displayed like this, according to the Montessori method, is that it is visually more appealing to your child. Your child can see what toys there are to play with, and then your child can grab that toy. They know where the toy goes back to. They just put it on one of the shelves. It looks more minimal. It's not just like toys piled in a bin, which I used to do up until like a week ago. And then it also gives the child the independence of being able to grab their own toys. And I will say, just in 1 week from switching to throwing stuff in a bin to putting it on the shelves, the kids do play with every single toy, which is good because then toys in your house actually get used and it is a lot tidier. I know throwing things in a bin is a lot easier, but as you can see, we've got puzzles here and things with lots of little pieces. And when I was putting it in a bin, when it was time to tidy, I would just toss it all in the bin. I wouldn't put the pieces back in the puzzle. I wouldn't put all the things back in the bags. I would just throw it all in there. And so then it wasn't organized in the morning when the kids wanted to play with it. So by having it visible, it forces me and the kids to actually put things back the right way so that it looks nice and so that it's tidy, which I love tidy things. So we're going to talk about what's on the shelves first, and then I'm going to talk about what's over here in the boxes in the bin, and then show you kind of some of our other toys that we have as well. The first thing we have here are these magnetic toys, and these are a lot of fun. If you haven't seen these, you should definitely check them out. In general, you can build shapes out of them, and Georgia even likes just pulling them apart and putting them back together. And then because just having that on the shelf kind of looked weird, I put our crocodile here, which is, if you haven't seen this, it's a toy, and I think ours is broken because I think this tooth, yeah, chomps you. So that's the crocodile toy, and the girls love playing that. This toy is amazing. Georgia got this for Christmas. As you can see, we've already lost one of the gears, but let's see if I can get her turned on. This is Baby Einstein, and you press that and it plays a song. And all these gears are on different instruments. So when you take a gear off, that instrument stops playing. So now there's nothing playing. So if you want to hear, what are the bells playing in this song? What is the piano playing in this song? How about the string bass? It is awesome, and Georgia loves this, and then it's got the gear aspect of it, and you can stack them, which is what Georgia does the most. This is a great toy, 100%. I know in that last video I said I try to rethink the electronic toys in my house. This is one that I will absolutely be keeping. It is amazing, and Georgia loves it, and I'm always in for toys that play actual classical music. Okay, next. I always want to have an imagination toy out. This is especially for Heidi and Gideon. They love to imagine, especially Heidi at this age. And the binoculars don't actually go with this. They just somehow get lumped in with the doctor supplies. This is a Melissa and Doug toy, and it's just a doctor's kit, but everything's wood except for, of course, the stethoscope, which is just really cool. It's got like an old-timey looking thermometer and a couple different bottles and vials. It's got the syringe, and then it's got little pills. So this is a lot of fun. And then this is an absolute treasure. My mother made this, and she made it for Heidi, but Georgia plays with it as well. So on each page there's something new that just keeps the child busy. And this has been well loved, so some of the things are kind of broken. Like this was supposed to have little green circular beads on it because it was like a pea pod. and the beads went in there. So that's a zipper. They can work on the zipper skills. This one's the snail, and you thread the string through his shell. This page is Heidi's favorite. It's a birdhouse with a little bird and a nest in there. This page is the absolute best. It's an inchworm. So cool. And then these flowers snap on and off as well. This page is another awesome one. You can see again, it's been well loved. It's a maze, so you can move the buttons through to go to the different butterflies. This one is like an abacus for counting. This one's really fun. Gideon loves this, the frog, and you can move his tongue and button it onto the different bugs. And then the last page is the rainbow fasteners with the pot of gold underneath. So this is wonderful, and Georgia's really into this right now, so this is a good one to have out for her. Next, we have another musical toy. This is just another baby Einstein toy. It's a piano, and it plays in 3 different languages, which is why I wanted it, because we do speak Spanish here on occasion. Used to do it more. And then it has 3 instruments and like animals, numbers, musical instruments, so that does a whole lot. And the kids love playing with that, and Georgia especially likes dancing to the music. And then here we have 2 of Georgia's favorite toys right now. This one is just simple stacking cups, and I think they're actually bath cups, but Georgia loves to play with stacking cups. She's really good at taking them out and putting them back in the right order. And then this is good old Spike the Hedgehog. This is from Learning Resources. And in Spike's shell, he's got all his spikes. And you take out the spikes and put the shell back on. And then the spikes just go in his shell, and it looks like a hedgehog once you get them all in. But there's so much that this can be used for. I think I'm missing a couple. But the grip of these is really good for kids. It's supposed to kind of teach them how to hold a pencil, but they can also grab it like this. They're a little bit chewy and grippy, which is fun. And then I can play different games with this, like with Heidi. There are numbers, so the holes are numbered 1 through 12. And I can say, put a red spike in number 7. Or you could put all the spikes in and tell them to just take out the green spikes, just take out the purple spikes. So there are a lot of different games you can play with this, and the instructions came with some ideas for games. And this is a great fine motor skill toy, and Georgia loves this toy. She asks to play with it all the time. The next shelf here is our puzzles. We have this Melissa and Doug puzzle, which is a ballerina, and you can change her outfits. Heidi has really been into this the last week, which I think is because we've got it displayed this way, so the pieces aren't just tossed in a bin. It's already set up. She can get it out and play with it really easily. And then the other puzzle is another Melissa and Doug one, but this is just bigger pieces. So this one's easier for Georgia to play with. It's got the bigger grips on it, so she enjoys doing that one. And then this last cubby hole here, we just have a couple little cars for Georgia. She likes to push things around, and these are the ones that are nice to grip with her little fingers. And then a pole dog, which Georgia has just really gotten confident with walking, so I left that one out for her to pull around and play with. She hasn't figured it out yet, but I'm sure she will soon. Hey guys, so I completely forgot the best toy we have in the house. It's called the Dimple, or we call it the Dimply, but I guess it's probably Dimple. And it's just this little silicone toy that you pop to the other side and pop back and forth over and over again. And Georgia loves this. She will play with it for hours, and it's really easy because it's thin, so it's easy to pack in the diaper bag. This is definitely the best toy in the house. So that's what I have out on the shelves right now. We always have out some Legos. This is the wagon of Legos we have, and then you can see back there hiding, we have 2 more bags of Legos. Aaron got really excited one Christmas and got Heidi a bunch of Legos. They're actually Mega Blocks, I think. And then another toy we always have out is Georgia's dollhouse. She got this for Christmas. This is a little people house, and it just opens up and you can play with it. It does make noises and talks, and it can light up. So that's a fun one for Georgia. She likes to play with that, and Gideon and Heidi play with it as well, so that's really versatile. We also currently have a basketball hoop in our living room. That is not ideal for me. It usually actually gets pushed over, and then they like sit on it and scoot it around and scratch up our floors, so that's not good. But then we have this mini Celeste, which is amazing. It was my antique store find for Christmas. And the girls love playing with this. Heidi likes to smash it and make lots of noise, but Georgia really is into this. She likes to just push one key at a time and listen to the sound. She's a lot more kind of into this, so I'm thinking she might be our pianist more than Heidi. And then I also keep out 3 kind of push cart or ride cart type of things, one for each of the kids. And then you can see the disaster that is our bookshelves and the desk. The desk was another thing that Heidi got, I think, for Christmas or birthday that she loved, and now Georgia loves. Georgia will sit there for an hour and just read books and cuddle her blankie, and it is adorable. And then this is the other thing we have out all the time. We made this for Georgia for her first birthday. It's just a busy board. It's nothing professional, but I'm really proud of it. We kind of painted the pieces, made it fun. And then this envelope is supposed to have, I think, 5 of these in it. There's only 1 in there. And then this just goes in there. So that's just something fun for Georgia to play with, but the other kids play with it as well. So that's kind of what we have out all the time. And then I do a couple different things for the rest of the toys. So now I'm going to kind of show you what we have in the rest of these boxes and bins that doesn't get put out all the time. This one is balls and cars. And the girls actually have a lot of cars and quite a few balls. And there's a soft book in here too. I'm not sure. That needs to go with baby stuff. So this is balls and cars. They're not really into either of those things right now. Like I said before, I have those 2 cars out, so I didn't feel like I needed any more. I do want to say real quick that I have completely changed the way I organize the toys. Previously, when I first got into toy rotation, which is kind of a big Montessori thing, at the beginning of each month I would rotate the toys. I had 2 boxes and whatever toys were out, and I just rotated those, and I just made sure there was like a toy from each category in each box. So there would be a variety of toys out each time. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just don't think it was the best method. After watching the Happa or Happa Family YouTube channel, I'll link that up here. I'm not sure how to pronounce them. But she's got a playlist about Montessori at home. And after watching that, I realized I wasn't using the toys to my best advantage, because I should have the toys out that my children are most interested in right now. I shouldn't just rotate them arbitrarily. I should make sure whatever level my children are at developmentally, they have some of those toys out. So I actually had Spike the Hedgehog and the stacking cups in a box out of the way because I had rotated toys and they weren't out. But those are great toys for Georgia right now, so why would I put them away? So just kind of changing how I sort my toys. I just want to make sure there are toys out that fit where my children are at. Toys that they enjoy and will play with and help them develop different skills. So that is why I have a bin of balls and cars, because they don't play with those right now. So I just put those in a bin. Then these other 2 boxes are kind of for other things. So this is mostly imagination toys. I only put out 1 imagination toy right now, but I have a lot. And I thought about putting 2 out, but they don't get played with as much right now. So I figured I would just put 1. This could be considered not an imagination toy if it actually worked, but something broke in this and it wasn't the batteries. So this is actually an awesome laptop. If you want to get your kids some sort of electronic toy, I recommend this one. This is how Heidi learned her letters and sounds. I did not work with her a bunch with them because I was pregnant with Georgia at the time that she was kind of learning and developing that. So this computer really helped her with that. But like I said, it just something busted and it doesn't work anymore. So now this is an imagination toy. They pretend to work on the computer. I have some tools and goggles. These are little finger puppets. This is a tea set that Georgia got and she loves. So this is probably going to come out soon. And then this is just a bin full of kind of like animals, some Moana figurines, a little Barbie doll. These are fun and Heidi likes to play with them on occasion, and so does Georgia. But again, it goes in and out. I noticed I had these out and they weren't playing with them. So I just put them away and got out something else that I thought they'd play with more. And then Heidi has this little Polly Pocket that is going to come out soon, I think. And then they each have a purse. And after a while, I'll get out one of these other toys and put it out and see how it goes. I like them to have an imagination toy out, but they don't play with them quite as much as they do the other toys. And then this box I labeled as puzzles and xylophone because the xylophone didn't really fit in anything else. So I only have 2 puzzles out, but we have a lot of puzzles. We have this kind of puzzle, which is the box and shapes, which George is going to be really close to ready for. So again, that's going to be one that comes out soon. We have a Matryoshka or a nesting doll, which Georgia adores. Then I have some more wood puzzles, another princess one, a number one. These are all Melissa and Doug. An animal sound one and a musical instrument sound one. And then the xylophone. This is a dog toy that Heidi was gifted and she uses it as a weight. I don't know, maybe I should just leave it out with my weights, but I just kind of threw it in there. And then this is a really fun puzzle. It's just all these animal halves that pop together. So you put the tail on the rooster, you put the front and back on the horse, and then you can kind of be silly and give the horse a cow bottom. Gideon likes playing with these, and Georgia is almost ready for these. So these, again, this will be something that's going out soon. And I constantly have to be thinking about what do I have in the boxes. I need to pay attention to what they're playing with now Have they not played with something in a while? Should I get something else out? So instead of rotating on a monthly basis like I want to rotate more on when they need it. The last section of toys I have in the house, this would literally be every toy we have downstairs. It's the do not touch these toys without your mother's permission section. And I keep these toys in the laundry room, and we put a baby gate up so they can't get into the laundry room basement area. And I keep these toys there, and if they ask to play with them, or if I want to play one-on-one in some more guided toy time with the children, I will go grab these toys. I'll show them to you now. This is the most aesthetically pleasing toy I have ever owned, and it's my children's. This was recommended to me by, well, not me specifically. This was just recommended by Sarah Therese, who is a YouTuber, and I will link her for you guys. You should definitely check her out. If you need some good mama motivation, you need to check out her YouTube channel. And it has so many uses. Right now, I'm trying to work more on math with Heidi, but this is a great way to do it because you have 1, 2, you got a plus sign, 1 plus 2, and we have an equal sign. It's this color, but I don't know where it is, and there's not a spot for it in the board. But then you go 1 plus 2 equals 3, and you can use these rings that come with it to help them count. So you say, okay, put the 1 ring and put the 2 rings, now add them up. Those equal 3. So it's a really fun way to teach math to your kids, but then it's also really fun for Georgia because she likes this kind of wood puzzle thing again. And then she also likes rings. It's another one of those fine motor skills that she really enjoys, is she'll take them off, put them on different ones, and then all the colors are really visually pleasing. It's just a great toy. The next toy in this category is this Melissa and Doug doll toy. It is a magnet doll, and Heidi got this for Christmas. She obviously has Belle, and this is loads of fun, guys. So it's all magnetic. It's a blast, but the reason I think Heidi can play with this without my supervision for sure, but I need it to be up and away because I don't want Georgia getting a hold of this. There are a lot of little pieces. The shoes, there's like little roses and bows in here, the crowns. I do not want Georgia getting into that. I've seen them in her mouth already, so this goes in the don't play without mom category. And then everything else I put in this basket. I love this toy. This is another fun one to play with your kids. You can use it in so many different ways. I'm not going to dump it out, but it's just plastic beads and shoestring. It's a great way to teach patterns, color patterns, shape patterns. You can have them sort the beads. All my girls like to do is take these round ones and put them in their mouths and then walk around with them, giving me a heart attack. So that's why these are in the don't touch without mom category. And then in here we have these water wows, another Melissa and Doug. I'm just a huge fan of them. They come up with some stinking good toys. I don't know that this is technically Montessori, but if you haven't seen these, if you were a kid, you probably played with something similar to this where you painted with water on a piece of paper and the colors magically appeared. But that was it. The paper was done. These are different because they dry and you can repaint them. And then these pens, you fill the pen with water and the water comes out that way so you don't have to like dip the brush in water and make a mess. So these are a blast. This I think could be considered a Montessori toy, and I haven't played this with Heidi yet. Maybe we'll do that this afternoon. That would be a blast. But this is a Spirograph Junior. I loved Spirograph as a kid. It's an amazing toy if you like to draw and color. It came with the paper, but if you don't know kind of how it works, the concept is, you know, you have your gear there. This is kind of like the outline. You put one here, and then you put one of the markers in a hole, and then move the gear around with your marker. It's kind of advanced for Heidi, but we can do it together, and it makes shapes like that. And now, for the very last toy that we have downstairs, we have this shapes puzzle. And this Heidi got for Christmas from my mom. They're just these kind of hard plastic shapes, and there's all sorts. There's dots, there's lines, and some of them are kind of small. That's why I don't want this out for Georgia to kind of get into and lose all the pieces. But then in these cards, they show you different things you can make with the shapes. And I think there's probably also different sorts. So on one side, it will tell you, make a robot. And on the back side, it will show you the different pieces you need to use. Okay, so that is all of our toys that we keep downstairs or rotate in and out downstairs. We do have a couple more toys that the girls have. They each have a bin of stuffed animals in their room. Heidi's needs sorted through badly. She has some pretty rough looking, like chintzy stuffed animals that mean nothing. We pretty much just keep stuffed animals that have like a meaning or are especially important important to them or that they especially love. They each have a few baby dolls. And then Heidi has like a toy horse set. If you've heard of the TV show on Netflix, Spirit Riding Free, she has those horses and dolls that go with them. And then she has some doll clothes and things like that. But that is all the toys we own. And I love it. It's not a lot and it looks so nice. I cannot get over how much I enjoy having this shelf down here. Yes, they get into all of it, so it all ends up all over the floor, but I love that they actually play with it because that's what toys are for. That's what I want them to be doing. So that's kind of how I'm Montessoriing my toys, what I've done, the kind of steps that I'm taking to get more into Montessori. I know this isn't like a perfect setup, and I know not all of our toys are Montessori, but they're things my kids enjoy, things I see them learning from, and things I see them happy playing, and I don't feel bad giving them those things. So you don't have to be 100% to the book Montessori to enjoy the benefits of a Montessori system. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and just kind of seeing what we have in our house. Let me know what you think in the comments below and tell me how you sort and organize your toys or how you want to sort and organize your toys. And then if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up, and then you can subscribe and hit the bell icon to learn more about me and my journey with motherhood and be notified every time I post a video, which will be every Friday. Thank you guys again so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!